Okay, so today is going to be a short video. It's not going to be long, but I wanted to talk a little bit about resilience in the Black family. More specifically, I think I want to talk to the Black men. So I'm going to give you some suggestions, Black men, some things I want you to think about, some things I want you to do differently in your family. But before I start that, let's sort of do a quick recap. When we were growing up, we didn't know we didn't have because it was made up in other areas of our life. We weren't aware that we were lacking anything. When we grew up, if we didn't have something, most likely we worked hard so that our children wouldn't have to experience what we experienced growing up. With that in mind, I think we ought to be mindful of what we're doing today, what we're teaching our children today, how we're leading our families today. So I'm going to give you a couple of things you can actually start doing immediately. You don't have to wait. First thing is, I want you to think about this. Buy only what you cannot grow or create. What I mean by that is this. If you can't grow collard greens, if you can't grow tomatoes and lettuce and green beans and sweet potatoes and regular potatoes, if you can't grow those things, then buy it. Go to the grocery store and buy it. But if you have access to a bag, could be an old bag that you may have, an old container, and you can put holes in that bag or that container at the bottom, and you can fill it with dirt. And then you can take some seeds that you're going to get from any store, put those seeds in there, cover it with dirt, water, and you can grow some fruits and vegetables. If you can do that, then you don't have to necessarily buy it all the time. You can supplement what you're purchasing at the grocery store. If you need something and you can quickly create it based off of the things you have available in your home, then do that instead of going out and buying it. That leads me to my other suggestion, and that is this: cooking. Gone are the days where you can take your family out for $40 and feed everybody. Now it's in the hundreds. So with that in mind, cook every meal or most of them at home. Make it a variety of things, complementary things. So if you have a couple of meals that require rice, then you're going to make a bunch of rice because you know you need it for multiple meals. So you don't have to continue to cook and reinvent the wheel throughout the week. Go out and get yourself a cookbook. Go consult with your family members, with your parents, your grandparents, aunties, whomever. Get some of their recipes. Stop making some of these meals at home. In fact, I would say this. I would like for you to consider not just making them at home, but getting your children involved. Working, teaching, showing them how to prepare some of these meals that you grew up on. The other thing I want you to consider is some of the activities. Start using the outdoors. Teach your children how to fish. Teach them how to crab if you live in that area. Teach them how to hunt. Teach them about gun safety. Those are all important things. Don't let anyone else teach them. That's your responsibility. You teach your children that. You also have access to free entertainment. You know, you should check what's going on in your community, within your county, your city. Oftentimes, there are things that are advertised very lightly, but they're big events that are often free. And sometimes they give away things just for showing up. So I want you to consider some of those activities as well. You can also go and dust off those board games that you may have in your house just lying around. Dust off those packs of cards and start playing games with the children in the home. Creating that time where you're actually playing games with them and creating memories. They're going to always remember that. And in fact, what you're doing is you're teaching them this is what you do in times of toughness. This is how you become resilient. These are some of the things you should be doing. And they're going to remember these things as they grow into adulthood. And they may be young adults now. And these are some of the things that they're going to start doing with their own family. Gifts is another issue. We have birthdays and holidays and that sort of thing. You can teach your children, create a gift, write something, perform something, or create something with your hands. Those types of gifts are more valuable and memorable than something you can go to the store and purchase. Vacations is another issue. You know, Oftentimes we would get in the car, get in the plane, and leave where we live to go somewhere else. But one of the things we don't do is spend the time that we should exploring where we live, exploring our state, discovering areas that you've never been to before in your state. You'd be surprised what you'll learn about the state, the history of the community. Those are day trips you can take. Load the car up, go out for the day, come back. It's a lot cheaper and it creates a lot more memories than going to another country or getting on a plane and going to another state. Again, you're teaching your children about resilience when you do that. Cost cutting, spending more time creating memories. These are perfect examples that you can use to teach your children how to cut costs, how to be resilient in times like these. It's your responsibility to teach them. So let's get started.